Hello everybody and welcome back to Soul Standing. My name is Beth and today I'm bringing you a slight twist on an old favorite. So I've been bringing you guys some normal reading vlogs every week and now there's going to be a twist. This is Beth Reads Comics. Every time I read a graphic novel or a comic, I will do a reading vlog to let you guys know what I think pretty much as I'm thinking it, instead of just trying to remember at the end what I felt about certain points, because I will forget things. So this is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is the original text graphic novel. This is by Classical Comics. You can find them at classicalcomics.com. And I like the artwork. It's very dark and fitting of the Frankenstein story. I'm on about page 20 so far, so good. It feels like the traditional story. It looks like I kind of thought it would look in my head, except I'm not an artist, so, But so far, I'm enjoying it, and I'll let you guys know more in just a minute. It is now Wednesday night. I have gone through my 3 days of in-service, and I'm getting ready to make myself go to bed about 3 hours earlier than I have been, because tomorrow morning starts actually having students. And it's my daughter's first day of preschool and my first day of having a music class. And it's really exciting and stressful. And you're probably going to be sitting there nodding, going, yep, she had a lot of tweets about that. Or she posted some Instagram pictures. I may or may not do that, but I'll probably be doing that. So you will already know. But right now, I want to talk to you about Frankenstein. So on Sunday, I showed you an example of the interior, and I told you that this is the original text. And it is, but what I didn't notice originally is that, see that kind of gray color right there? It says quick text. So one of my concerns about reading this was that when I read Frankenstein, the original book, it kind of dragged for me in a couple of places. And so what they did here was they kind of took the original text and took out some of those draggy parts. So this is 130 pages of graphic novel. So it has, definitely fewer words per page, but they boiled it down to its essence and took out a lot of the draggy, weird, awkward places that, at least what I thought were draggy, weird, awkward places, and boiled them down to the 3 lines that were actually important in those 5 pages and slapped them on a page. So not only do you get this wonderful artwork that is a play on the light and dark in the book, and the storms and the lightning that brought him life, and the darkness and soullessness and blah blah blah. The artwork is definitely gorgeous and a play on the entire, feel and meaning of the story, but you get original text boiled down to its absolute essence, which is gorgeous, very well done. I'm giving this a 4.5 stars, so it'll be 5 stars on Goodreads because I always round up to the nearest star. And it's just absolutely gorgeously done. There were a couple of the pictures that I felt like didn't quite match up with the story at that point, where I felt like maybe it needed just a smidgen more. But on the whole, it's gorgeously done. Quality paper, really well put together, great art. My favorite part of the entire book, because I am intimately acquainted with Frankenstein, this was a great reread for me, but my favorite part was on page 131, where we went from the end of the story of Frankenstein to the story of Mary Shelley. They gave us a 3-page biography, including information on her family. There's the family tree. There is a quote from her husband, Percy, from one of his journals. There are quotes from her journals. Then there's the birth of Frankenstein. So it talks about 1816 when she started writing Frankenstein. gives you the whys, and these are photocopies of her journal pages, discusses how she came up with the idea. Here is Frankenstein Lives, and it starts out talking about 5 years after Frankenstein was first published, came the first stage production in 1823. There was a play called Presumption or the Fate of Frankenstein that opened on July 28th. And this was a play with songs by Richard Brinsley Peake that opened at the English Opera House and ran for 37 performances. And they, just went on from there. Frankenstein continues to live in our society, in our brains. It goes through different stage productions, anywhere from kids' plays to Broadway, off-Broadway, and in movies. And then it talks about how this book was created. So you have page creation, script, rough sketch, pencils, inks, coloring, lettering. Talks about the difference between original text and quick text. So you can see here that they have taken the original language, boiled it down, and edited it to be a quick modern read. Then it talks about the other titles that are available. Several of them are Shakespeare, including Macbeth. And then on the very last page, it talks about the teaching resources. So Frankenstein has a resource pack that includes over 100 spiral-bound photocopiable pages, an electronic version of the teaching book for whiteboards, laptops, digital printing, etc. And you are able to use the comics in the classroom with all of these worksheets and different activities that you can do with the kids. Then it also talks about Macbeth, and Macbeth's package has that same kind of resource package you can get, but it also has a DVD-ROM with full audio. So they have an interactive motion comic of Macbeth, where the images come to life on the screen, and there's full audio with professional voice actors like Sir Derek Jacobi and Juliet Stevenson in the title roles. And they have it in original text, plain text, which is just translated into plain English, or the quick text like this one. And you can go through panel by panel or choose movie mode, and the entire thing will unfold in front of your students, which I find fascinating. And I'm trying to figure out how to use that in the music classroom setting, because you better believe I'll spend my own $30 and buy that sucker and just let my high school girls, I have 10 girls in choir right now for high school, and they will probably need to watch something like that at some point in the year. So we'll see what I come up with to see how I fit that into our schedule, but they're probably going to do that. These books are, if you love classics, but you don't like graphic novels, can't get into them, or if you love graphic novels, but you just don't think you can get into a classic because it's not accessible, or it's not written in language you can understand, or whatever, there's no excuse now. This is the original text classic, written in a way, fixed in a way, edited in a way that modern people can understand it, no problem, but it is still the classic story. And it still has the classic feel, the light and dark, even the images feel like classic Mary Shelley Frankenstein. And, if that doesn't get everybody reading graphic novels and classics, I don't know what will. That's all I have for you guys today. So if you have anything to say on this subject, please leave me the comment down below. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. We want you to stick around. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye.